upon the other more major topics of Buddhist study. How does KJJ respond to this claim? Anybody?
He might be happier than that. I wish he knows.
I know he didn't like it, but I don't remember specifically what he said. But it looks like he said a lot.
Yeah. He's typically said that
Logic is seasoning on the real books.
No, that's what the opponent is saying.
Right.
okay. Yeah, so maybe it'd just be better if we'll just go through this together then. So KJJ says the 7 volumes on accurate perception by Master Dharmakirti present explanations of topics which are crucial to our spiritual development. KJJ stresses that there are no other topics which are more crucial in our practice of Tosan Gom. He lists a few such examples: how to discern which 2 of the 4 truths to take up and which 2 to put down, the fact that nothing is itself, and using logic. All the crucial points of the path are presented for all 3 tracks. Therefore, the study of the 7 volumes is not simply seasoned.
Wow. That's cool.
So number 2, last class we began looking at arguments that support the idea that studying the 7 volumes is necessary. Which of the examples given to reinforce this idea does KJJ put forth as the main purpose of Buddhist logic?
Is it to prove that the Buddha doesn't lie?
Yeah. So, and yeah, it's kind of a long Tibetan phrase, but I thought it would be it kind of seemed like a cool one to commit to memory as well. Tupa Nyak Chik Drola, and Tupa Nyak Chik, I think, means only the Muni, only the Muni. Tupa Nyak Chik Drola Dunya La Milue Te Marjupa. Marjupa. Kind of seems like a cool saying. What 3 features must speech possess if it is to be considered as Lungi Timba?
Well,
It was specifically referring to three qualities that the speech must possess. So
something about the physical. Is this about the physical?
well, the goal of the entire book up to this point has been specifically to benefit those who aspire towards liberation, right? And so it's kind of a 3-step presentation, or it's a kind of there are kind of 3 different qualities that follow that.
Obvious, less obvious.
So it's not oh, right.
So it expresses the final goal of all living beings, which is achieving
liberation. Right.
It expresses the highest method for reaching that goal, and it expresses the connection between the method of attaining the goal and the goal itself. We've got seductive Tibetan word. Oh,
whoa!
I had to go to the to the Samgong.
I'm seduced. Classroom time, contemplation, and meditation.
Yeah, so we kind of had all these throughout.
Okay, there, I finished it.
What is that?
Yeah, it's a text. Yeah.
Oh, that's fast.
Yep.
We can hear you.
Oh, sorry. I'm just improving on his text. I'm sorry. I'm going pee-pee.
The lung here doesn't mean scripture, is it not, Adam?
No, but
yeah, well, if you're going to quote something as being scriptural authority, that has to come from a set of dharma, right? From the physical
I
dharma.
see.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're quoting the books, right?
I see. Thank you.
I love your homeworks, Adam. Thank you.
Oh no, thank you guys for being here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm seduced not just with the Tibetan words, but with the content too.
Oh, good. Yeah, I'll keep going to the. I'll see how many different words I can come up with.
Sassy Tibetan words. Nice mountains, Adam.
Yeah, thanks. I keep looking for good backdrops.
Where is that?
It's right out my back window here.
Oh my gosh.
It's 6 a.m. in Arizona, and yet Geshe-la's window is still pretty bright.
6 p.m. Yeah. Sun's
pretty
just about
bright.
to set.
I see. Okay.
Adam, is that the view from your window, or is that a? Oh, I see. It's an actual fake
Virtual.
background. Hey, virtual.
Wow, beautiful.
Thought it might actually be your view.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the view just this when the sun just about to come out and when the sun just about to set. Those are so beautiful. The dawn and the
Yeah.
dusk.
Geshe-la's got the best sunsets out of that window.
Yes.
Yes, he does. That's amazing. You're muted, Lama. You're muted again.
Maybe he's talking to
Oh yeah,
Venerable
I
Jigme.
forgot Jigme's.
Told to I'm in the 90s.
I was asking you guys if you can see the moon.
La Lune?
Today's
This
the
one.
full moon today, right? No.
Oh, there it is.
Oh yeah. Just above the horizon, right?
Yeah,
And
it's
just
very
below the
beautiful.
bird feeder or whatever that is.
Yeah. Okay. Adam, just so you know, God is mooning you, okay?
Oh yeah.
We'll explain that to, yeah, I want you to explain that idiom to Xiaoping later, okay?
Will do.
All right.
No, I explained it to her before.
Oh, okay. I always like to embarrass Xiaoping. I don't know why. It's fun for me. Okay, here we go. Adam, where are we? Oh, here. Okay, good. Okay, here we go. I would like Adam to read Kitabjay just said, look, you got to do this gold checking thing because somebody told us to. Who's the somebody? Is Dharmakirti. Where? In the Pramanavartika, the root text on accurate perception, which Ben Kramer is fully and let's look at the pieces of this verse because we are going to read a commentary on it, Adam, and you're going to put it in your footnote. Yay. So what's the first line mean, Adam? Tongda ma tongwa da la.
Using reasoning to
Just give me the first line.
So things that are seen and not seen.
Yeah, and there's the dual. Things that are seen and not seen are rigbedu,
Are established through reasoning, which use
or are established through nume tenju.
Through the classical commentaries, which work, which don't work against.
Good. Nume tenju means which have no logical inconsistencies. Okay, are not injured. Okay.
Kind of brings up an interesting question. When I was doing the table of contents, I think the second chapter was Nuche, and it seemed to be like a typical kind of section heading within like pramana books. I was just wondering what it was. Like Nietzsche, is it?
Yeah, Nietzsche probably means faulty reasoning. Okay, damaged reasoning. Okay, 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 good. So the words of the Shastra are not damaged, are not defective. Okay, these Sawajachir, in order to hold it, Chunju Gyur, you should engage in this examination. Now, I thought it would be very fun for all of us to get a preview of whose commentary to this.
Ben's or well, Geshe Wang. Yeah.
Ben's, yeah.
Yeah, Geshe Yeshe Wangchu, the great scholar from the best monastery, Serame. Okay, and I think it's going to give you guys, and Ben, I think it's our first real taste of his skill. So here's a slightly confusing verse, and I went and got his commentary. There's the root text, by the way, which is all spelled okay, yay, because it's Kedubje, as we saw in Utpala's text. And here's Geshe Wangchu, okay? By the way, Nick, what's an N editing level?
And I think is when it's published.
Yeah, that means not only is it typed 5 times, but now it has been read by a master for publication. So really the N level of correction is, by the way, there's only 3 or 4 books that have received that. It means somebody like Geshe Tupten Minchin has checked it word by word. A high Geshe has checked it word by word. Okay, so let's go, Adam. Please read these first 2 lines. And this lady next to me is gonna check you. Here we go.
Tong Tang Ma Tong Wa Tat La Rikpe Ju Tang Rang Siki Ne Me Tin Sik Kang Yinte Sung War Cha Chir Chun Ju Ngur.
Okay, nice. She approves. By the way, Adam, this was the part that I did in those 2 books, and it was a lot of work. It was like 6 months of work, but I put in the root text. Oh, yay! Which doesn't require any knowledge at all. All right. Let's read. Yeah, what happened? Yeah. Don't do that. Sorry. Okay, read this part, Adam. And who's gonna check you is Tang Tang. Yay!
She's translating.
Oh, I'm sorry. Stanley, you want to do it?
Yeah.
Be hard on him. He's getting lazy. He's just sitting in the mountains in Colorado, drinking the Colorado beer. Okay.
Shepe Lung Yimpa Tangki Miluar Yimpe Makapte Lungi de Daki Dun La Takpana Tel Che Nina Kau Japa Tongno.
Yeah. Just because something is a lung doesn't mean it's milua. What's that mean, Adam?
Just because something is said, or should it be just because something doesn't mean it's infallible.
Good. This lung means scripture. Okay?
Yeah, just because something's spoken by okay.
Yeah, just because somebody wrote a book about something doesn't mean it's accurate about what it's teaching. Okay. Makyap, not necessarily. Okay. If you takpa the dun of most lungs.
Yeah, if you understand the meaning of those books.
Yeah, takpa means check. This takpa means check.
Examine, yeah.
if you check most scriptural quotations, pelchen nangyal.
A majority of them are free of inconsistencies.
Yeah, they have internal contradictions. Okay, we had a big nangyal recently. Whose book was that? I don't remember. Okay, nangyal jupa tongo. You will see or you will find that they express jupa nangyal internal contradictions. Okay.
Boss,
What's that?
what's with the page number?
We designed that to be the page number in the finished Western style book. And I'm guessing this is the fourth chapter. Okay. We designed, it's the page numbers of the book we were about to print, By the way, Ben, it'd be really awesome to get the latest version of those books before you start your project. It's possible that someone has made corrections. That was done, we did that project 33 years ago, something like that. So it's possible someone has fixed the errors in the first edition, okay? All right. So I would ask Yenden to get you a recent copy, okay?
Okay.
It's also possible nobody worked on it since then. Okay. Okay. Okay, who's gonna check this guy? Alex Rivas. Let's go. Okay.
Ditate. Chaksok membe zawatang chuki men dikpat sawan ne takar kirwar jepadeo. Peo.
Perfect.
I'm not quite sure what he's saying here, but I'll give you the pieces, okay? Ditate, it's like that. Chaksok chumembe tsawa, the root of desire, which is non-dharma, okay? The root of desire, which is non-dharma. Chuki chumen dipat tsawa ne dapa gyora jipat. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, good. He's talking about books which teach desire or sex, for example, as a spiritual method, okay? Which is actually the opposite. And then practices which are not dharma, which is the belief that you can takpa your dikpas from their tsawa by true.
Yeah, you can purify your bad deeds from the root by washing your root. Yeah.
Yeah, by washing, getting some holy washing or something like that. Okay, that's going to clean away your bad deeds. He gives those as example of internal contradictions. Okay. All right. So teaching people, for example, that sex is a spiritual path when it's really the root of not spiritual path, and then teaching people that the way to clean your bad deeds is to go to the temple and get somebody to put water on your head. Okay. All right. Now he's gonna gloss the verse, and to be frank, he does a masterful job. And I have put the root text in the larger letters. That's what I was doing with Jigme during your homework. So I hope you don't mind. Here we go.
No, thanks.
Wait. Who's checking you? Alex, keep going. Okay, please start again. Sorry, Adam.
Matongwa Shindu Kokirla, Rang Tsik Gawa Toki, Nupa Mepe, Tenche Kang Yimpe Teni.
Yeah, and the first thing I have to say, I mean, I'm kind of drawing Ben Kramer's attention to it. He's done a masterful job of weaving in the root text. It's, if you spend a lot of time with scripture, you have to say he's did it really, really well. Okay. And it's going to be easier to translate because of that. Okay. So the root text said things seen and unseen. Okay. The root text said, the Pramanavartika said things seen and unseen. Then Geshe Yeshe Wangchu defines seen as the two levels of reality called Ngungir and Kokir. What's that, Adam?
Manifest and hidden.
Yeah, of the three levels of reality, it's the first two, right? Easier to see and medium hard to see, okay? For those, you're gonna, to confirm them, right? Drupa, to confirm things which are apparent and to confirm things which are somewhat hidden, you're gonna have to use Rikpa.
Reasoning, yeah. Reasoning.
You're gonna have to use logic. By the way, don't forget the thread of our conversation. We are addressing the ideas of people who said that logic is useless. Okay, so for the basic levels of reality, you're going to have to use logic to perceive them, and for the levels of reality which are Shintokokyo,
Extremely hidden. Yeah.
which are called Matonwa here.
Yeah, unseen.
Yeah, unseen. You're gonna have to use Tencha.
The Shastras, the classical.
Yeah, scriptural authority, right? You're gonna have to use your scriptural authority. And that scriptural authority should be free of Nupa, meaning it shouldn't have Gawas in its Sik.
I see. Okay, that's what the Nupa means. Okay.
What's it mean?
That it's free of things that work against it, meaning the internal inconsistencies.
Yeah, it shouldn't have any problems, basically, of, for example, inconsistencies in its own wording, okay, in its own wording. So he's saying not like those statements that, sex is a great practice and you can clean away your bad deeds with water, okay? And Alex, you still there? Let's do the rest of this, Adam.
Okay.
Let's do these 4 lines.
La tene shinko la chupan jupan kirte che shinko ki chup chen de sun war cha we lung yin be cher shepan it semar kirpe lung mut sun wao lung
Yeah, good. By the way, it's a beautiful commentary. If you can read Tibetan well, it's a beautiful commentary. But I gotta show you guys the moon.
Yes,
The moon is awesome. Can you see it now?
Oh, I can barely make it out. Yeah, right there by the
Oh yeah.
bird feeder.
Is that thing rising?
We can see now.
Whoa.
Yeah.
It's just rising?
Yeah, it's just rising.
Oh, cool, yes.
It's a sign. It's
Wow.
a sign that Ben Kramer is going to get clarification of this commentary. Okay, Kyolatene, based on those scriptures, based on good scriptural authority, which doesn't have internal contradictions, which is not damaged by internal contradiction, you can engage in an investigation of Shinko. What's Shinko?
The third level of reality.
Yeah. Very hidden things, abstruse, recondite things. Okay, you can engage in them. Okay, why? Because it is lung, it is scripture, which can be considered sungwaja. Okay, it is scripture which can be considered dupje about Shintokokyus. Valid. to prove or valid to establish deeply hidden topics. Okay. Now he gave us in a very, very helpful clarification, because in that root text up there, God knows what the Sungwajai is. Okay. It's not clear at all. Okay. It is to be held. What do you mean it is to be held? I'm supposed to hold the book, or, what does it mean? And Gen Yeshe Wangchuk says, it is to be held means it can be considered proof for deep things. Okay. Drupche. So it can be held means it can be held to be. This do is the Dani grammar case. It can be considered proof. Okay. Good scripture, authoritative scripture can be considered proof for things that it's impossible for us to see, even with logic. Okay. Then he makes a beautiful final statement. Sema gyepe lung ngosungwa. Sema gyepe lung ngosungwa. $50.
I can say it.
Tell me what, Nick. Don't let Word get all the money.
Oh, hold on to by the scriptures. Well, we can hold on to the scriptures of the ones who have turned correct.
Hey, don't tell Word. I'm going to give you a word here, okay, Nick? Just between us. This musung is ngunzin. Ngunzin, which means identify.
Right. Oh, identify. Right.
Yeah.
Hold,
So now give it to me.
the scriptures of the ones who've turned correct.
Say it again.
Recognize the scriptures of the ones who have turned correct or have become correct.
Yeah. What means Geshe Yeshe Wangchuk's final statement here is this verse is identifying what it means to be authoritative scripture. Okay, so I'll give you $30, Nick.
Cool.
Okay. All right. This verse is explaining how you identify scripture, which is correct, instead of like those other examples he gave. Yeah, cool. Yay. Now, last thing, Adam, why the heck is he pulling out this verse? Why is Kidub J pulling out this verse? Was he trying to address Shinto Kokyos?
No,
Well, he just explained the thing that's stolen from the Karwa.
From the who?
Karwa.
Oh,
That
yeah, from yeah. If I can remember what you just said last class.
Yeah, he's explaining gold. He's talking about the gold metaphor. Okay, he says, there's what the gold metaphor means. 3 levels of reality, 3 ways of checking. Okay, got it? And so who gave that gold metaphor? Lord Buddha. Don't tell me Buddhist scripture can't have logic in it. Okay, he's still ragging on this guy. Okay, yay. All right, now we need another checker. How about, is Ola translating? No.
Probably not.
Okay, Ola, let's go. Okay, Adam, let's
Okay.
go. Let me get this bigger for you guys if I can. Let me see. Okay, there you go. Please read, Adam.
Yana, Juji, Towo, Teme, Jupar, Jupne, Tedan, Son Papo, Chit Yimpe, Taki, Juji, Dun Pelpa, Tumpa, Nam Chen Metu, Jupa, Yimpe, Towoi, Dunla, Mi Lue, Pelwe, Dunla, Luar, Mi Rikpe, Chiro.
And boy, I don't remember reading this. Let me see. Yangna jeje tso semi tuper dubne dedan sampa pochi betaki jeje den power dumba. I think this should just be one dumba. Okay. Okay, I want you to check, all right? Okay. Power dumba nam kemere tuba yende. So we do na minua, power do na lure. Very picture. Okay, good. Yangna means also we can say that. Joja means what, Adam? Do you remember? It's one of the.
The subject matter.
Yeah, great, beautiful. And Solo means what?
The essence, the primary.
Yeah, like lamsum namsum.
Yeah.
Tell me something about the position of the word Solo here.
In between seme and
the word Solo requires the genitive before it. Okay, it's very unusual. It's extremely unusual. Okay, so it means the main subject matter. Okay, but in Tibetan you have to say the main of the subject matter. Okay, and many people have mistranslated the simple name of the three principal paths. They call it the three principles of the path because they don't know this fact. Okay, Jujetso. Okay, the main subject matter. Semedrupa is confirmed by
through accurate perception.
Accurate perception. And now, why the second droop? Once you prove that the main subject matter,
that establishing. So once you prove that establishing subject matter.
Once you prove that the main subject matter is confirmed by accurate perception, okay? That's why we have two drupas here. Once you confirm that the main subject matter of a text is what do you call it? Confirmed as accurate. Once you confirm that the main subject matter of a text is confirmable with action, with correct perception, okay? And then because that Sompapo is the same of the main subject matter and the secondary subject matter.
Author.
Yeah, because the author of the main subject matter is the same guy as the author of the secondary subject matter, okay? Taki, okay? Using that as a reason, okay? Hey, why is the whole book good? Well, because the main point is good and the author of the other points is the same guy. Okay, you use that reason, taki. Okay, hey, how do you know that the minor subject matter is also correct? Well, the author is the same. Okay, the author is one guy. Okay, got it, Adam? Okay. Therefore, Jurje Dun Pelwa means the normal subject matter as opposed to the solo subject matter. Okay, the normal subject matter as opposed to the main subject matter. Okay, Tumbanam, the parts which teach. That's why there should only be one Tumba here. The parts which present the normal subject matter as opposed to the principal subject matter, they can be established drupa as being kinme.
Free of problem.
Yeah, and now I'm going to give you half the next sentence, and you're going to give me the other half of the next sentence for $50 for the Eva College Fund. Okay. Because it would be illogical for an author to make a mistake about the blank if he had not made a mistake about the blank. You fill in the rest.
To make a mistake about the jija, the subject matter.
About the pelwa jaja.
About the normal subject matter.
Yeah.
As
If he
opposed
had not made a mistake about
to the main, the tsuwo.
yeah,
So how can we expect that the author didn't make a mistake with the main subject matter? How can we expect him to make a mistake?
Yeah, and logically, it would be illogical, mirik, to say that he had made a mistake about, the wording or something, okay? Yay, $50 shopping for the Ava Scholarship Fund. When
Yes.
these kids turn out to be super smart, it's gonna be because of these classes. All right.
So that's a proof? I mean, that just sounds like a statement of opinion to me.
Well, I'd say it's a pretty weak proof, actually. I mean, lots of authors make true statements in their book and mess up in between the two statements, but okay, let's leave it like that.
Okay.
Okay, Adam, you're reading and Venerable Utpal is checking because she's just so anxious to check something.
Te la lung ji tim pa te
There's no G. Ki.
lung ji. What's that? I'm sorry. Which one?
After lung,
Uh,
it sounded like gi to me, and not
Okay.
ki.
yeah, I'll try to. Te la lung ji ji tempe je ja ni ngun to te den droi ho pang pang ne let tar pa tang tang che kin pe ho pang pa tang che par de pa yin la.
Lovely.
Nice. Yay. Juja means subject matter, right? So the subject matter which is presented by this scriptural authority, okay, Nungi Tembe Juja, the subject matter which is presented by this scriptural authority is what? Well, it's how to get to the Nunto, which means dendro.
The higher rebirths. Yeah.
Yeah, which means happy going, which is synonym, right? Gopang means that state or that level. And how to get to Ngelek, which means Tarpa. I'm sorry, Ngelek, which means Tarpa and Tamta Kemba together. Ngelek means a certain good, definite good.
Definitely good. Yeah.
And it's a code word for
Tarpa for nirvana, for freedom,
and Tamta Kemba.
and omniscience.
Yeah, so these books are presenting the idea of higher birth, and these books are presenting the idea of definite good in the sense of nirvana and Buddhahood, okay? And they are also presenting the tub for those guys.
The methods. Yeah.
Yeah, now, Adam, question for you. Higher birth, going to higher birth, the existence of higher birth, existence of nirvana, existence of Buddhahood, which of the three levels of nirvana?
Matong.
Say again? Which of the three? Say again?
Which of the three
Oh,
levels?
guy, good answer, great answer. Matong means what?
Unseen. They're unseen.
Yeah, you cannot directly see them. They are unseen. Therefore, they are Shinto
Kokya.
Kokyo. Yeah, okay, good. What he's saying is you're gonna need a scripture to study Buddhism, okay? Because the most important parts of Buddhism cannot be seen by a normal person, okay? Which leads, okay, well, we'll get there, okay. Wow, this is a long sentence. I'm gonna cut it here. Okay, Adam's reading. Who's checking him? Catherine Yin, are you available?
Yes, Geshe.
Come on, be tough with this guy. You're so polite. Be like an American. Don't be like a Chinese. Okay. Impolite.
培养就把切为人为王的切纳，当破门头就拉切内，其内来切瓦引进。So pel gi want to che na nge le so wo tang. Mun to pel pa yin me ki.
Yeah, nice. Wang du chene means relative to. Okay. Wang du chena means relative to. Or you can say in common English, if you're talking about, okay, if you're talking about the rimpas to get things in your gyut.
To get things in your mind. I mean,
yeah, if you're talking about if you're talking about the stages in which you get these things in your mind, well, first you're going to have to get ngunto.
Yeah, well, you're first going to have to get a higher rebirth.
Yeah, from a squirrel rebirth, you cannot study nirvana and Buddhahood. Especially my squirrel, who just did $6,000 of damage to my car. I don't know why he's on my mind.
Wow.
Okay. So first job we have is to get our rear ends into a higher rebirth. Then we can do kneeling.
Definite goodness.
Yeah, and there was a famous chi in Sugeng's text. Who can tell me for $50?
Next.
Later.
Wait, I think Adam got it. Was that you, Adam?
I mean, I said later, but I kind of at the same time. I mean,
well, $50 for Ava. $50 for Ava. I'm into it. Okay. Okay. First, Dungbor, you better get into a higher rebirth because you can't study Buddhism if you don't. Then after that, Chi, you can work on nirvana and Buddhahood, which is called definite good. Okay. Or now here's an important clarification, Adam. If you're talking in terms of the main subject matter and the rest of the subject matter, okay, Wang Tu Chena means if you're talking about the main subject matter and the normal subject matter, which was important in the last paragraph. Last paragraph, he said, if an author gets the main point right, he's probably going to get the rest of the book right, okay? Now, in these books, Buddhist scripture, what does main refer to? And what does the rest of it refer to? Well, Ngelek is its all.
The aspiring towards liberation and towards definite goodness is the main.
Great.
Gist.
And what's the normal stuff in between?
Yinba, just
Ngunto.
Yeah, Ngunto, just higher.
Yeah, keeping your rear end in a higher rebirth is the filler, okay, in between the main points. Okay, cool. Now we know what he meant when he said, if the author's correct about nirvana and Buddhahood, he's probably got it pretty good about how to become a human. Okay, got it? Yay, here we go. Please read, and who's left out there? I think we got rid of everybody. How about Seiji? Seiji, okay, Mr. Maitri, let's go.
Tseme jukpa na pampo ne let top tang chepa tseme juk ne de je su nun to tseme juk par chepa yinde. Long dong.
Wow.
Long dong toward Deni ni. Dak je ratu nepa yi. So boy dun la mi lui cheer. 신라 제수 파파yin 제시바 타로.
Nice. Now, if we're talking about the order in which stuff is occurs in your mind, well, first you're going to have to get the causes for higher rebirth, and then you're going to have to get the causes for nirvana and Buddhahood. If you're talking about main subject and secondary subject, well, the main thing is to get to nirvana and Buddhahood, and the secondary thing is to, to stay in the higher rebirth. But if you're talking about confirming this stuff, if you're talking about confirming this stuff with correct perception, well, first, you're going to have to confirm ngelek and top.
Or the method for establishing you have to establish the goal and then the method for reaching the goal.
Yeah, you're going to have to, talking about what you have to confirm first, you're going to have to confirm the existence of nirvana and Buddhahood and the path first. Then you can go about confirming lento.
Higher reason.
That seems wrong to me. Doesn't it seem wrong to you guys? Okay,
Well,
it just seems weird to me.
Why
Okay,
would you do good? I mean, if you don't want to reach nirvana or Buddhahood, that doesn't create a powerful enough motivation to actually reach it. So you have to know it's there first, right?
Well, it's kind of an intriguing question, right? I'll say it again. When you're confirming the truth of all this stuff, first you have to confirm that nirvana and Buddhahood are possible. Then you have to confirm that you can reach a higher birth, okay? Now, I don't know why, but luckily he quotes, guess which book?
Pramanavartika.
Yeah, Pramanavartika, okay? Here it is, I went and got it for you. Keduk J is careful about his quotations, or maybe the Tengyur was more set by his time. Okay. And what are we hoping for after we confirm the root text?
Maybe Geshe Wangchuk commented.
Yeah. Hey, who's coming up? Geshe Wangchuk. Can you help us out here, Geshe Wangchuk? We got a verse. Keduk J keeps quoting. By the way, I'll tell you some guys something. Verses from the Pramanavartika are ununderstandable by themselves. Forget it. Okay. Now, if someone quotes the Pramanavartika in a book, you got to go to Geshe Wangchuk. You don't have any choice. There's almost no verse in the Pramanavartika that you can figure out without a commentary. Okay.
You think it's
and
hard?
Geshe Wangchuk is the only guy who really does it word by word. Did you notice that he covered every single word in the last one? And that's very rare. Well, who was that? Maitri?
That was Amelie. Sorry.
Oh, thank you, Amelie, for agreeing. All right.
And
So here we go.
You think Pramanavartika is the hardest of the 5 to understand the root text?
Oh man, you're trying to trick me. Like, which of the Mixed Nuts book is most cool? I'm not going there. They're all most cool in the moment that you're working on them. How much time we got, Nick?
4.
We have just 4 minutes.
Okay, let's start it. Okay. All right. The category. Please read the first line, Adam.
Sumpa Semar Jope Gopa Ni.
Yeah. The third point in our discussion is establishing the necessity for confirming things with, for establishing that something is a correct perception, okay? And then he quotes 8 lines, okay? Tsigye, okay? Tsigye, all right? And let's look at the lines and just see how much we can understand. Now, just as a housekeeping thing. The way I automated things was wrong. And these commas belong here, okay? And they don't belong here, okay? Okay, good. Let's get some of the words right, Adam. And then maybe next time we figure out what the heck they mean. And I'll have time to block them, put them in bigger print for you. Okay, here we go. What's yiche mean? Where did we have yiche recently?
It's like a belief. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
something you can
confidence.
believe.
Right?
No, it's more like believable.
Oh, okay.
Okay, believable. Sick, okay?
The words
Yeah. Milua.
are correct.
Yeah, credible words are unmistaken. Chile, we don't know. It probably means in a general sense or something like that. The yul is kokyur.
Object is hidden.
Yeah, the object is hidden. But even though that's the case, kokab maybe because there's no opportunity. Okay, mind should be jepak.
Deductive.
Yeah, need sung. Only deductive, said the Buddha. Okay. Langdang dorje deni ni. The facts of what you should practice and what you shouldn't practice. Okay. The facts about what you should practice and shouldn't practice, along with the top, the method to do so. Raptungepa, you must confirm it. Okay, you must confirm it. So because you are unmistaken about the main points, you have established the other points through logic. Okay, through inference. Okay. What were you supposed to confirm first, Adam?
Was it the Yiche?
No.
Nirvana and
Nirvana and Buddhahood. And then you were supposed to confirm the method to get to it, right?
Is it oh gosh.
Yeah, ngeleg. Yeah.
Yeah.
First, you were supposed to confirm ngeleg, and then you were supposed to confirm ngunto, which is higher rebirth. Okay. And what this verse seems to say is that once you get the main thing right, the little stuff is easy. Okay. Okay. That seems to be what he's saying. Okay. Okay. Let's do a little bit, if we have any time. Let's just start this commentary. Okay. Geshe Yeshe Wangchuk's commentary. Yiche Tsigni Minuwe. Yiche. Signi.
We are at time, boss.
Okay, let's do this part. Yiche Gitsik. Credible words you can believe. Shinto-kokir tumbe, which are talking about deeply hidden things. The Buddha's speech is treating things which are Shinto-kokir. Okay. Okay. When the Buddha talks about stuff which is deeply hidden, he's talking about deeply hidden stuff. Okay, something like that. Okay. All right, let's pick it up next time. Okay.
Okay.
Stop here. What's the date today?
26th.
All right, Adam, let's get some Japanese food going.
Geshe-la too, I wanted to say, kind of echoing what Dr. Wu did earlier with the butter lamp offerings as well. Without a doubt, you're the embodiment of the highest of my seeds, and I pray that they stay in there.
Well, thank you for that. Thank you for saying that. Yeah, I appreciate it. It's nice to get some appreciation once in a while. Then Grandpa gets very encouraged. Yeah. All right, here we go, you guys.
Sashi Bogi Yabinshin Sanye Shindu Mite Wagi Dokan Nanda Shima Jubasho Idam Guru Ratnam Mandam Gewadi Gewokun Sunan Yeshe Tzogzokshi Sunan Yeshe Tzogzokshi Lejong Wen Dampa Kunyi Dobar Sho.
Hey, Ngelek. All right, I'll see you guys in the morning.
Thank you,
Geshe-la.
Geshe-la.
Thanks, boss. Thanks, Adam.
Thank you, Geshe-la.
Thank you, guys.